The Lady of Tidmouth. The morning after the engine's discovery, Thomas was as good as his word. He brought workmen and the breakdown cranes. The workman car weighed the bushes, and she was lifted onto a flatbed truck. "Come on," said Thomas, buffering up to the truck. "Sir Topham Hatt is waiting for you at the works." So Thomas took the engine out of Ulfstead and down his branch line. On the main line, the engine looked at all the sights they passed, but she was confused. "I recognise some stuff from before, but this seems like a different railway to me. Not the TKE I remember." "TKE?" asked Thomas. "The Tidmouth, Knapford and Elsbridge Light Railway. That railway merged with the others in 1914, Thomas explained. "This is now the North Western Railway." The engine was more confused. "What year is it?" 1970, answered Thomas. The engine didn't say a word for the rest of the journey. She had a lot to think about. They soon arrived at the works, where the Fat Controller and some of the works engineers were waiting. "Here she is, sir," said Thomas. But to his surprise, the Fat Controller climbed straight into the engine's cab and looked at her builder's plate. He rejoined them shortly afterwards, looking very surprised. "I don't believe it," he said. "The Lady of Tidmouth." "That's me, sir," said the engine. "You can call me Lady for short." "Thomas, you've not just found a lost engine. You've found a most important piece of Sodor's history. This is the engine that helped to build the tracks between Tidmouth and Elsbridge. She even built your branch line." Thomas was speechless. The Fat Controller then told them Lady's story. Lady was built in 1901 and had no name. She was sold to Elsbridge and Knapford Railway, who wanted a tank engine to help with the construction of tracks to Tidmouth. She arrived in 1905 and helped to build the coastal tracks to Tidmouth Harbour. She worked alongside the 4 coffee pot engines, who did the line's goods work from the mines to Knapford Harbour. After the coastal line was destroyed in a storm in 1908, she helped to build the new tracks to Tidmouth through the tunnel that was to become Henry's Tunnel. The line was finished in 1910, and the railway was renamed to the Tidmouth, Knapford and Elsbridge Light Railway. It was then that she was rewarded for her hard work with a new coat of red paint, the same red as the coffee pots, and she was finally given a name, the Lady of Tidmouth. "So why was she in Ulfstead?" asked Thomas. "I don't know," answered Lady. "All I remember was we just finished building the tracks from Farquhar to Ulfstead, and I was placed on a siding in the town. They said they'll be back in the morning to start work again, but nobody came back." "I see," said the Fat Controller. "I'll have to do some research, but I'll see what I can find out." "Thank you, sir," said Lady. So Lady was taken into the workshop while Thomas took Sir Topham Hatt home. That night the Fat Controller returned to the works. The workmen had already started restoring Lady to her former beauty. "Hello, sir," she said softly. "Did you find anything?" "I believe I have," he said. "The line to Ulfstead was the last line commissioned by the TKE before the railways joined. But construction on the line was paused while the mainline project was going on, and never reopened." "And me, sir?" "From what I can see, the director at the time wanted to scrap all their engines and replace them with new ones." "You mean the coffee pots? "I'm sorry," said the Fat Controller. "Looks like your crew wanted to save you from the scrappers, so they hid you in Ulfstead for your own good." "I see," she said. "So what will happen to me now? Museum, I guess? You said I was a piece of history." "No, I still see a really useful engine. I've been looking for one for Thomas's branch line, and I know you'll be perfect." "Thanks for the second chance, sir." So the Fat Controller left, leaving the workmen to restore the Lady of Tidmouth.